Okay, so this is another viewer submission here. We have Zoe Go Hard, which is quite the bruise. So we've got Zoe, needs no introduction at this point for Runeterra players. 1-1 elusive, makes super cool star charts when it hits, which generates us card advantage and utility with her Celestials. She levels when she's seen you play 10 differently named cards, and then her leveled mode shares keywords and starts generating you Behold the Infinites to get even more powerful invokes. I know this deck has Go Hard in its name, but the one thing that I think is really sweet that's not a combination I've seen before that seems like it has potential, even if it's not good here, I'd like to try it in some other shells, is we've got Messenger's Sigil here, which puts 5 Cosmic Space Puppies in our deck that are 2/2s that draw a card, along with the Sky's Descend at the top end of the curve. So generally speaking, this card tends to be very expensive to play. It starts at 15 mana, and then your Celestials and Dragons make it cheaper, but Messenger Sigil is a really pretty efficient way to get a bunch of cheap Celestial units into play to kind of flood the board with, because remember, in theory, if we have 6 Celestials in play, this card costs 3 mana to be a one-sided sweeper effectively. Now, one thing that I would like to point out in this deck that is technically a little bit of anti-synergy is we have copies of Mountain Scryer here, which is an Allegiance card that only gets this extra invoke effect if you summon this and the top card of your deck's another target card. So this does mean that Go Hard and our other SI cards can make this a little bit awkward brick, especially Go Hard that puts more SI cards into our deck. But the person that submitted this said they thought this was okay because this card often felt reasonable to them just making their Celestials cheaper, especially with the Messengers. Yeah, and the Messengers are target as well. So we do have other cards that put more target cards into our deck. So Messenger Sigil kind of offsets that as well. And this turns your good boys into 1 mana 2/2s that draw cards. So I think I'm worth giving this a try, even though there's more Allegiance misses than I would normally be comfortable with, because the upside of just making other Celestial cards cheaper does seem like a reasonable upside, especially when you look at the fact that we're playing both Priestesses here, as well as Star Shaping. We have a ton of Invoke in this deck. Yeah, we're basically, so think about this card in this deck as a 4 mana piece of ramp, effectively, that occasionally has upside, as opposed to most decks that play it where they're interested in the Invoke and the ramp is the upside. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see if it feels cohesive or not this morning. What's the ratio for Allegiance that people shoot for besides 100%? The approximate, I think like 4 is about the ceiling. Obviously, the fewer misses you have, the better, but 4 is about the maximum that I'm comfortable with. Star charts are not Celestial cards. The things they create are Celestial cards, though. For people that are new to the channel, I don't really enjoy playing against Lisa and Zoe, and I don't really care about my rank. We play for fun here, play a lot of viewer decks, just looking to have a good time, so I prefer not to feel like I'm having a slog against Lisa, so I just skip those matches. We're not a tryhard stream, so there's a lot of wonderful people that make tryhard content on Runeterra if you're looking for that kind of stuff, but this isn't one of them. Hard fought game. Enjoy your LP, opponent. Hey, thank you for the 24 months, Matt. That is a really long time. Welcome back. Oh, no. That is almost a downside to making it to Masters early. There's slightly fewer people queuing up here, so re-queuing is something that happens more frequently. It was the same about it, yeah. If we get them a third time, I might give it a 60-second count before we queue back in. Nailed it. Draven Ezreal. How good is Go Hard here? Diana's probably not great. Feel like I want to try and find some of my more proactive cards. I feel like working towards Packard bags in this matchup is probably good. I'm gonna keep this. This is low to the ground aggro. Draven Ezreal tends to be a little bit more mid-rangey in my experience. So the Jinx Draven tends to be the low to the ground aggressive deck. This deck tends to go bigger as high as Captain Pharaon usually. So, we actually get a really good turn here, right? I get to go hard this, and then I get to play Diana and hook and kill this. This does mean I can't Lenari Priestess with Invoke next turn, but I think that's fine. Like cleaning out their spider here. Yeah, I think calling this deck slow burn is pretty accurate. I don't think that like having burn in the title necessarily means it's an aggro deck though. I would describe this opponent's archetype as a mid-range deck with an aggressive slant. Usually mid-range decks tend to lean controlling or lean aggressive. And I think this is mid-range with an aggressive slant is an accurate summation of what their archetype is doing. I don't think it's worth Pale Cascading without the card draw there. Look at that. Hit our Allegiance like a professional to start. I think I'm actually going to take the Crescent Strike here. Am I? If this guy lives, we could Falling Comet for 5 and Priestess next turn. Alright, I talked myself into the Comet. Because this makes it cheaper. I was gonna say I'm gonna take the Crescent Strike so that way I can Priestess next turn with the Invoke, but this works too.
Time for a true display of skill.
Primed and ready. Fire till nothing moves.
Is it a free attack? I don't really want this to die to a Revenant's Flock. If they open attacks, I'm gonna Hush Pale Cascade and get in the way here. If they don't open attacks, I'm gonna Falling Comet the Ezreal. Methinks. Codes. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Huh? Yeah, I think we're just commenting this. Crudetta, good morning and welcome. With the Zoe here to enable Nightfall on these now, I'm gonna block in Pale Cascade. I think this exchange is fine for us overall. We're gonna wait on Zozo here because again I want to play this next turn off of the Nightfall trigger. Zoe makes the rules. It could have been right to play her last turn to avoid stuff like this. I could definitely see that being the case. Doggo sounds great. The cheap Celestial will start working on Sky's Descent. We can Hush our stun Zoe to attack. That is technically a legal play. We can Hush her to counter Ravenous Block though. Huh. Okay, so they're gonna open attacks this turn, I assume? The only reason to kill that is to push damage. If I do this, this costs 11. I bank spell mana and I can play this next turn.
Evening approaches.
Come on, play another threat out for me.
When others threaten, we must take action.
This card has possibly the best animation in Runeterra, by the way, if you haven't seen it before. Love it. Don't fare on me. Rats. We might lose to this. Think maybe I should have opened on attacks there. Yeah, I think I punted this and should have opened on attacks. That was the one thing I asked you not to do, opponent. None of these matter, right? Unless that's technically free. Yeah, they've got 12 rolled up here. I was just excited to play our turn 8 thing, and I got ahead of myself. If we would have opened on the Zoe attack, there's a good chance they play this, and then we get to get them. Alright, let's have to take another star shaping, huh? He says before Get Excited happens. Yep. Alright, let's not get too excited too soon next time, huh? We got to leverage what we were looking to leverage though. We got to do our Skies Descend nice and early. Got a cohesive game plan, it feels like, at least. Even if I fumbled the execution of it there in our first try. Hey, thanks for the tier 2 and for the quarter of a year, Jack. Welcome back. The animations are very good. You're not wrong. Honestly, I think we keep all these. Rats. I think you're supposed to play Zoe on 1 every time there. Maybe because I have Pale Cascade we're supposed to wait. Maybe. So I do this before I do this, it gives me a higher chance to hit Allegiance, right? This can technically kill a Twisted Fate down the line.
targets.
Ye started without me. Serpent rises.
See if they have the third go hard here or not.
Let's get to it.
You can't stop me.
I'm gonna take this trade. This lets me open attacks and hook into here next turn and hit them for 4. Getting more dogs into our deck sounds great. Let these dogs out.
Like a fish in water.
Skies just wouldn't be too good if it was Dragon Celestials you behold instead. Yeah, I think so. I think that would probably be a little bit too strong. No block. 16. And we'll go hard this plus drop this to invoke.
I've whipped up something special.
Alright, and now we're gonna go hard their keg, so that way they can't, if they have a whale here, we'll be sad, but this way they can't go hard to kill this.
Through the coral.
Calm mind.
Traveler is an insane hit here. We get to play it for 3 with this. And it gets us more Celestials.
Silver light.
Take one of these so far. So they're ready to tell us to pack up. And I think with pack looming, we just get the doggo that cantrips here.
Yippee! I talk to spirits. These are my rules.
Okay, we've got some pups with some Sky Descent here. It's definitely how we drew it up.
For silver I talk, for gold I listen.
Tons of damage.
The messenger chases stars from the sky.
Their sweeper hits our Nexus, not fair. It's probably a good thing that Sky's Descent doesn't hit the Nexus, huh? I think I'm gonna attack to start. I want to play this other doggo out this turn, but like, if I play this and then they pack my bags, I lose my board and I don't have any pressure. Whereas like, now if they pack my bags, the fact that I traded for a bunch of their board makes their pack the bags a lot less good. I guess my Sky's Descent is worse now, but...
Seized your dogs in the hereafter. The messenger chases stars from the sky. Neither the blades nor the depths can claim me.
Is this too aggressive? I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not. It's definitely beautiful. It's beautiful. Do do do. Beauty do 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 do. All right, nobody has a board.
Trickster never loses because Zoe makes the rules.
This is what it's like when worlds collide. Are you ready to go? 'Cause we're ready to go. What you gonna do, baby, baby?
Never lost a fair game, or played one.
Huh? Is this a Living Legends game? I've been following you for a long time on YouTube and finally decided to share some Bezo bucks. I really appreciate that, Elohim. I'm glad you enjoyed the YouTube stuff. Thanks for the 2 months. Welcome back. I expect many songs from you, Jeff. Can't say Power Man 5000 reference in 2021. Listen, my range is deep, chat. My range is deep.
Soak it in.
Nah, I think there's a chance that if I didn't pull the trigger there, Digits, they would have packed me anyways, and then I couldn't have played my card. Yikes.
There's plenty of killing left.
All right, so what's the line here? It feels like, is this a keep Hush game? Or would I rather have the Go Hard to line up pack the bags? I think I'd rather have the Go Hard. I think I'd rather have the Go Hard than the Hush. Yeah, exactly what BDP said there. If we Go Hard the Ledros, we can draw pack.
Artist now. Can I paint you?
And this lets me get my hand super empty this turn to maximize Living Legends next turn.
So much tinier than my space doggy.
Beebs! Thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. We want the Hush still? We can just race them, right? Maybe. Could be famous last words planning to race them. We've also played a ton of Celestials this game. There's a real chance that this card draws us something lethal, right? We've played eight Celestial cards this game. Man, it's super unfortunate that we didn't hit any cheaper ones, huh? If we would have found like a 1 or a 0 to pair with this, we could have found an Equinox there as well. Yeah, I mean this is lethal, right? Hey, what's going on, Trey?
Gotta go with the flow.
Ah! I'm gonna miss it by this much. It's their second zap, right? So they can block our elusive here. What you doing over there? It's fine. We're not dead on the backswing, right? So like. So this doesn't get to hit because it does not overroll, unfortunately. Zoe hits and generates us a star chart. 9 out of 10 here on Zoe, so she's gonna get to level here in a second, assuming she lives. It's a pretty big if here. Like they just drew 2 cards. Yeah, she's dying.
Oh, dizzy.
What's our best draw? Probably Pale Cascade. Runeterra is definitely the most visually appealing card game I've ever played, Trey. It's the closest thing to a video game card game. Don't have another one. That's super unfortunate. So now they get to open attacks, and I'm forced to trade this for the Ledros. Rough. And for stream, thanks for the follow. Oh, yikes. Okay. They have another pack rolled up here now. Yeah, it's a real shame we didn't hit an Equinox or a Danger Noodle last turn on the filler hand.
All or nothing.
Yeah, so this forces me to trade here. Honestly, is it crazy to glimpse this Great Beyond? I feel like it's not, right? I need cards. And like denying this kill so it doesn't go back to their hand is like not terrible for us. Because if I have packed the bags ready to go too, so if we draw 2 and we find a pack, we get to pack their board. We are going to 6 here. It's unfortunate. Okay, so what if we try and high roll them now? What if I play my own Ledros, which knocks them to 8, and then I have 2 chances to roll stuns next turn to stun this and kill them? This is leveling is the problem. I should probably play this to try and hit Comet or a way to kill this, right? This is gonna level up, but I'm not sure we beat level Twisted Fate. And maybe I'm just supposed to take the more aggressive line.
What did the stars reveal, Mother Moon?
Cosmic Rays technically obliterate this post level. Okay, so like this is a little late, but better late than never. Howdy, Smeagol. So this is gonna level up next turn, but we get priority to start. I don't have another Celestial card currently, huh? So I think I'm supposed to Spacey Sketcher, ditch the Priestess. So that way I have a Celestial in hand guaranteed. And then I can play this as my first play for the turn. And on the off chance they don't have fast and burst cards, we can get rid of this before it does anything. So their next Twisted Fate will also be leveled, but they only have 4 cards, 5 cards. They have a lot of cards. Am I supposed to play this, or am I supposed to wait for them to play more stuff out? So the problem is they are also at Pack the Bags. So like if I let this sit and they pack me back in red card, I die. I'm supposed to open on this. Yeah. They could just have second Twisted Fate here. Both second Twisted Fate and Pack are not great for us.
Back at the table.
Yeah, I don't think we beat that one. This card, the first 3 cards they play, they get to draw an extra card and then deal damage to our stuff. So, just gonna pick our board apart here. GP Pack is also lethal. Yeah, there are a lot of things that beat us there. Chico Matoons, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Free LP! Get your free LP! This is a part where other Masters players see us conceding to Lee Sin and they queue up with it, right? It's fine. We're gonna be back down to the loving embrace of 0 LP soon, and it won't be a big deal. We did not. It was close though. I'm happy to see a do-over here. I would love a do-over. Think I mulligan this. I like all 3 of these cards. This is like nice in this matchup too, but I need a cheap Nightfall enabler because Nightfall gives us the bonus when it's not our second card. So like finding other cheap things to pair with these would be nice. Zoe is theoretically an enabler, assuming she doesn't get go-hearted. But good chance she just dies here. Yeah, wow, an opponent even playing parlay here, so they're on more than 3 copies of A Way to Murder a Zoe on one. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable take so far, Party Cow. I think I would be inclined to agree with your assessment there. That Ledros at our top end does not feel necessary with all the other invoke stuff we have going on. Feels a little bit extra. I think I'm just playing a Diana here as a 2/2 quick attack. Rather than, because remember, we can carry mana over across turns, but only 3 of it. So playing this Diana gives me a blocker for this, and it lets me be resource efficient here, so we get to keep this extra 1 and we don't waste any. I think if they attack here, I'm going to go ahead and block. I like trading proactively in this matchup.
Keep up, keep up.
Man, we've been really good at hitting with Mountain Scryer so far this game. Honestly, I think it's just the Warrior here. Doggo would enable our Nightfalls, but like we have this to enable Nightfalls down the line, and Warrior getting to pick off things like Zapier sounds really good.
A hero cloaked in stars.
Warrior, come out and play. Nap wants to have some fun. Oh, they are PNZ. You're right. You're right. I just like super defaulted to this combination is... I appreciate you pointing that out. We played against this a couple of times and it was go hard every time, but you are right. They actually are not a go hard deck. Let my autopilot get the best of me. They're probably a what's it called deck? The Burblefish. I imagine it's going a little bit bigger with Gangplank as opposed to playing the some of the smaller units. Yeah, this just happens, unfortunately, right? So I need to enable Nightfall to play these out. The question is, how do I want to do it? I think I want to hold this to gain the max amount of life down the line. If I'm spacey sketching, what do I want to get rid of? This could draw a card. I think it's Hush or Diana. This cantrips, but this can wipe the silence, can wipe the elusive off of something, which has a lot of appeal. I'm gonna ditch the Hush. Might be a little greedy. Hello, baby daughter. You're very cute with your pink hair bow, aren't you? Are you and mommy taking pictures?
Yeah. Well, I couldn't waste the boys.
That's a great photo. You're so cute. I think it's actually the Warrior here. I guess it could be Golden Sister. Double threat sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Golden Sister. Serial number. Thank you for the 12 months of Prime. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. What do you think? You like the Golden Sister, baby girl? Parlay. And I think I'm gonna just take this opportunity to spend my mana and draw a card here. This also prevents Parlay from hitting my Dome here, which denies them a level up point on Gangplank, which is nice. You want my mouse? We are in the grab everything phase. Aren't we? Everything is yours to touch and explore. Everything you get your tiny paws on.
Softly.
We're gonna play out the Danger Noodle now. We're gonna open on Golden Sister next turn and then attack, I think. We can hook this into here and hook this into here. Yeah, honestly, I don't hate the idea of 3 skies. We're really good at getting Celestials into play. Huh. I wonder if we just pass here. If they make a play that's not an elusive, I'm going to attack with this. But if they pass, I'm going to end the round since we have so many Celestials for the skies to send. And like, it looks like we have pretty profitable attacks here. So they could pass, expecting us to ship in.
I'm always up for a round or two. Who says
Rude.
I don't share?
Okay, so with that play, I'm gonna go ahead and attack with just this, I think. Am I? Nah, I feel like there's no way they play this out into here without a way to kill this anyway, so I'm gonna try and take this opportunity. Once upon a time, Jeff did a couple of raid videos and changed my life. Now my YouTube and Twitch are growing quickly thanks to you in that game. Hey, Jedi, that's awesome. I didn't know you started doing some content for that game. One's got a lot of depth to it. A lot more than it gets credit for. If they don't open attacks here, this Sky's Descent is just brutal. If they do open attacks, we could get into some trouble. I guess we'll be okay set up to do this next turn, potentially. Please just play, play a Gangplank.
The light of my star warms the heavens.
Bye, friends. I know, I'm sure that animation's gonna get old at some point, but it's definitely not gonna get old today. Bye-bye, friends. Sure. I guess they get to draw a card when they trade now. I think we open on Priestess next turn since we're on 9 mana. Because we can Priestess into another Sisters and attack. Meteor Shower is great here with them having Wiggly Burblefish in play. Think it's important to kill their elusives. Oh, actually, I can play Zoe first, right? We can go Zoe into this.
Because Zoe makes the roses.
For Zozo.
Blinding daylight.
Is that what it's called? Wiggly Burblefish? Yeah, Wiggly Burblefish. I think this trade's good for us. I feel like our deck goes bigger, longer. I don't know. Their Gangplank's kind of scary, I suppose. Burple, not Burble. Is it Burple? I don't know. I can't read. I'm a Magic player. Oh, it's Burble. B-U-R-B-L-E. Usually I can't read. You had me doubt myself. Don't make me doubt myself. Ooh. I think I'm into inspiration here. We're gonna like heal 5 this turn, and then we'll do this next turn. So, what if we spacey and then living here. I think I'm kind of into that. I can play the Serpent for free here, too.
And here's where I paint my constellation.
I guess we could also Cosmic and then Serpent kill this.
Bilgewater is mine and mine alone. Howling corpses of a
He's very scary. He makes a keg every turn, and when he attacks, he deals 1 plus the kegs.
When others threaten, we must take action.
Honestly, we're kind of hoping to draw... We're kind of hoping to hit the 10 drop, right? So we can kill this with Challenger. I think might be one of the best hits here for us.
Game. Never played one.
That's pretty unfortunate.
I'm a people person.
Huh? Is it Traveler into Comet Gangplank now? I like the Traveler because it gives me another Invoke, which gives me more Celestials for Cosmic Inspiration down the line.
Let my stars guide all travelers onward.
Remember, Chad, I'm a trained professional. Don't try this at home. Or do. I don't know. I'm not your dad.
Look within.
Ooh. So Scryer this turn lets me Cosmic Inspiration, and Living Legends with Scryer out is much better. So I think we go for that.
What would you divine from my stars?
Yours is the light that guides all travelers onward.
Okay, didn't get Gangplanked. It's a good start. Yeah, we have yet to miss on Allegiance with the Mountain Scryer in our 7-miss deck, so running pretty good. I don't know, we got Cosmic Inspiration and Living Legends again. Like, I think we could, like, maybe we could go toe-to-toe with the TF level here. He is about to pop, and when he pops, the fun don't stop. This is a pretty big elusive hit here.
Through the coral.
I mean, to be fair, they're not a go hard deck, right? Oh, and also, I don't think anybody reasonable would have told you that TF Go Hard was dead. The types of people that told you that nerf was going to kill Go Hard, I'd caution listening to them moving forward.
I guess you can win them all.
It's not overbearing anymore. It's just like fine instead of being obnoxious. Huh? So this technically kills this, right? So does this. I want to play something that gets a discount to start. We could start on the Invoke guy looking for a way to kill Twisted Fate. I don't hate that. That's a free 6-3.
It was my heart that led me here.
Soak it in.
Arms that pierce the heavens.
So remember, Twisted Fate's last card is a gold card, which stuns something. So ideally, I want him to stun not the warrior. Yeah, we're gonna Equinox something at some point.
Ye started without me.
I'm a people person.
I want to play the Serpent next, but I also want to make sure I play something to get my discount in case they can kill this. So I'm going to Equinox first here and see what they do. Give them a chance to like make their play and get their gold card before I blink. Because I think I want to play Golden Sister here as opposed to the Warrior. The Warrior lets me play Written in the Stars, which could get a Zoe. They're not the Pact of Exec chat. They're the PNZ. They aren't SI. They're the Burble Fish iteration deck. Yeah, sisters gain us life and block elusives is the big draw here. I'm just trying to sequence to get them to gold card before I play this, because I don't want them to be able to stun this to knock me out of getting the lifesteal this turn. Yeah, so
Hold it, partner.
What once was two, now is one.
Siblings once were inseparable.
So now they've used all their Twisted Fate cards. Do I want to Moonglow something this turn, or do I want to Glimpse this? I think I want to Glimpse this. I don't know that Spell Shield is that useful. I'm gonna get to noodle and kill the Twisted Fate.
The serpent awakens to pursue the fearful.
Searching.
And I have a gain 5 rolled up, and this gains another 1, which is nice. Them blocking with an elusive is good for us.
Say your farewells.
I feel like the board's trading down here is good for us. Second Gangplank is still terrifying next turn. They're at 6 cards in deck, so there's a good chance that happens.
Dead men tell my tale.
This is my biggest blocker, right? So we just play this.
Let my stars guide.
Royal, thanks for the follow. And Diablo, I missed you a second ago. Welcome to the channel, folks. Equinox is good for the keg. Is it? I mean, like, if they're not attacking here, I can just go hard the keg, right? I assume they're gonna attack after I make this play because this trigger kills all of these, basically.
Line them up.
No further. My journey ends.
I assume they're gonna try and kill us in response, then we'll start shaping.
Cowards!
Coward!
Humanity is obsolete.
Just a little something I like to call fun.
Witness perfection, meatbags.
There's nothing that deals 2 to us for 1, right? So I should just play this turn? Because this is a burst speed?
Targon's history is in each stone and star.
Alright, we're drawing a go hard, chip.
System upgrade.
Oh, glimpse, sure. Yeah, we can't play around double warning shot anyways, though, right? This is probably lethal, right? Played a ton of celestial cards. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just casual 17. No big deal. Have you heard about my bird? I said a bird. Bird's the word. I said a bird. It's that sweet, J Tibbs. Cobalt Blue, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, really, really fantastic game. The more I play, the more I kind of become convinced that the Captain Ledros is unnecessary. Feels like we have appropriate amounts of top end with our invoke stuff. Mulligan this, don't really have anything I want to discard. Yeah, I'll make a note, swap it for the 3rd skies after this game. Sounds great.
Humanity is obsolete. I am the future. System upgrade.
I think it's Traveler. Traveler starts buffering up our counts for this. This is harder to kill. So, like, Sisters obviously gives us 2 hits.
My spirit shines.
Sisters gives us 2 hits as well. But, Sisters are only X3s, whereas this is an X4. This is a free point of damage, or they're going to block and we're going to Pale Cascade them. Just get the Sisters for the Traveler. Yeah, big brain play. Easy game. So, I think I actually want to Messenger before we Scryer, because this increases the probability that Scryer hits pretty dramatically. We're gonna have 7 misses and 32 cards. Because we drew 1. So we have 6 misses and 32 cards, and this will put us to 6 misses in 37 cards.
We chart our path by the stars.
Maybe it's better to lead on Traveler there.
Waits.
Believe or burn.
Take this trade here, take the rest. If they axe, I take 8, 7. No, it's 7, right? 5, 6, 7. That's fine. Got Star Shaping.
Safety disengaged.
Messenger believes it chases the trickster.
Scouts was actually way down in terms of percentage played on the last metagame post that Cosmic made. With the Pale Cascade draw here, I think we play Diana, and we try and kill the Draven.
By the moon's crescent blade.
If they have Get Excited, that's bad for us, but if they're just on Mystic Shot, this beats Mystic Shot. These decks play some Get Excited, but usually not the full suite.
No more lies. I will be heard, cloaked in silver light.
If they have Get Excited here, I'm going to get kind of savaged, because I don't have good blocks in the backswing, and our life total's under a lot of pressure at this point. If this happens, though, it's very good for us.
Draven out?
I think if they open attacks next turn, I'm chumping the Sump Dredger. Whirling Death could have been a possibility there. That's a good observation. That wasn't what I was thinking about. That's Draven's champion spell.
Ready. Join me if you want to live.
Hashtag sometimes lucky, I suppose.
Perfection.
Ooh, these are good at getting us up to Sky's Descend. It's Traveler while we still have the discount from this. I think I'd rather have Doggo here.
I truly am. They will know you in all your phases.
Evolve or die.
Is this what you
I don't think I can just take a giant hit here. If we need to do this and get defensive, we've got this, this, and these to get more Celestials going.
Disengage.
It's expected, so these trade.
listen?
And then might as well play out the other Doggo here, right? Because they have one to kill anyways.
Dogs in the hereafter.
Might use the Doggo to block instead of Diana, because dogs make Sky's Descent cheaper. Also, they're gonna get to murder whatever with Mystic Shot anyways. On the off chance they want to Mystic Shot this, I'd rather have more Celestials for Sky's Descent. Yeah, I think there's a good chance that they want to kill this.
Firing! Messenger believes it chases the trickster.
I assume they have a way to finish this. Could be Static Shock next turn, though. I think I just take the pass. Start here with our Daybreak trigger. Falling Comet sounds lovely.
Ask in her radiant blessing.
I guess Meteor Shower was okay. It would have killed this and this. I have Go Hard for this. Confirm Static Shock. Glimpse this. Deny them a trigger. They could have another thing in response here, but that's also not the end of the world.
Sure.
Yeah, having an answer rolled up for Pharaoh is definitely nice. What if I go hard the Ezreal and then play out Diana? Oh, she's ready to level. I don't even have to go hard the Ezreal. All right, let's go hard this to start then. This isn't quite ready to level. So we'll go hard here, and then we'll play this, and she can hook this. They shouldn't be able to target 3 things with only 4 mana here. Hey, Beansy, thank you for the 1.5 years. I really appreciate the generous tier 3 at that, too. Welcome back. It's been a hot second.
and follow no false light. I cannot turn back. I will be heard.
And like, what's their best possible play for us next turn? They just like take their whole turn to play Captain Pharaon and we hit him with a comet. We're one mana short of this, but that's fine. And we've got this. Never forget, this Twitch stream is pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience. We've got these rolled up to not die to the Decimates, of which they only got 2, and they're going to burn their card they draw next turn as well. Really good example of knowing what threats you need to be playing around work out well for us. Honestly, I think I'm just Sketcher discarding Sketcher at this point.
And here's where I pick my constellation.
Eleanor, thank you for shipping your Prime this way again for the 12th month. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield.
More lies.
Ten ball you.
No.
Well, this is almost assuredly lethal, right? Whoop. He's gonna bank some spell mana here in case they can kill a Celestial.
Flesh was weak, but look at me now.
Hopefully they develop before they attack next turn and we get to descend upon them. Oh, yeah. They have 7 mana, so they can still play some other stuff out here, but it never gets old, I promise. I'm inclined to believe you. Goodbye, friends.
Humanity is obsolete.
World go boom. World go boom. Okay.
System upgrade.
Not quite the 25 power elusive we had last game, but it'll do in a pinch, I guess. Look at our little baby space dragon chat. Only 14 attack. One space dragon, please. All right, let's flip the Ledros into the third skies. I like that change. I like the rest of what this deck is doing. Spacey Sketcher's been a little clunky at the bottom end. You know what? This how crazy is it? Isn't it? How crazy is it to just play actual copies of Star Chart? Is this unreasonable? It enables Nightfall for Diana and Lanari Priestess. Like, I keep having this card rot in my hand and don't feel like I have anything I want to discard to it. I don't know that I want all three of them. I feel like I wouldn't mind some more Starry Scamps. That could be okay too. What if we play two actual factual copies of Star Chart and a third Scamp? Yeah, that is the awkward part. If you have Zoe and Star Chart and you hit them with Zoe, Zoe technically doesn't draw on the first turn, which is awkward. So you mulligan Star Chart in hands that have Zoe. But in hands without Zoe, yeah, it's a spell mana version of Sketch that we don't have to discard. Like, let's just play Nightfall things on 3 off of spell mana, which is sweet. The Deep, huh? I wonder how this goes. This guy's Descent is pretty good here. Their Maokai win condition is decent against us. I guess Maokai win condition is actually kind of mediocre against Gohard.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
One sling, a bunch of targets. Just a little something I like to call fun.
My spirit shines.
Yeah, I think we just saved the Gohard to not die to Maokai.
Will tend this garden.
I think I like Sigil into Lanari Priestess here. Let's Mountain Scryer. We sigiled first there because Sigil gives us more target cards in our deck to be less likely to miss. And now we can doggo into Lanari Priestess.
Fresh is worth at least twice as much.
I want to keep my Mountain Scryer alive. I'm gonna go ahead and play this card. Oh, they have a Vile Feast? It's annoying. Play this and get our discount in. Whale, sure. Nope, still planning to play Arena on Thursday, half quarter.
Calm mind and open heart greet the night.
Well, if they don't have another whale, this is very good. If they do have a second whale, we're gonna be very sad. Yep. I mean, the rest of our stuff is still bigger. It's just we're not about to kill them anymore. Yeah, like it still happened. They didn't counter our thing at least.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way. It was my heart
They're playing Glimpse in their deep deck. That's interesting. Okay, so they're gonna get to flush the toilet next turn and go deep. Terrible. Do I want to kill something with Challenger, or do I want to smack them for 6 with Golden Sister? I feel like smacking them for 6 is probably the play. Or Silver Sister, I suppose, with Silver Sister.
Evening glows.
This gives us, if we draw Descend, we're in an incredible spot.
Protect our grove. Life grow tall, grow strong.
Why is the Maokai scary? Hey, I have a bunch of 4/4s in my deck that draw cards now, thanks. Is this lethal? This is probably lethal, right?
While moonlight reveals. Dusk approaches.
They just Maokai'd us. 11 cards in our deck. $13 cards in our deck. $18 cards in our deck. Whoa, had a massive influx of viewers. Welcome to everybody coming over from wherever you were watching before. We're hanging out playing some Legends of Runeterra today, Riot's all-digital card game based on the League of Legends IP. We're about to play a Cosmic Space Dragon and hopefully smash our opponent's Nexus into the ground with it. Big fan of Cosmic Space Dragons. They have the elusive. I think that's fine. I think we still just smash them and force the block, right? Kate Pure, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, posted viewers tend to mostly fall off pretty quick. A small number will stay, but appreciate the folks that do. He's got Fury, so our Space Dragon gets a little bit bigger after he eats there. Okay, so there are three champions in their deck at this point. So I assume they've got a bunch of Maokais, and I'm gonna have enough mana to Falling Comet their, not Maokai, Nautilus, to Falling Comet and Nautilus and tell them to pack their bags next turn. And with a bunch of messengers in our deck, I feel like we're in a pretty okay spot here. It's pretty good. We're still playing a game here, as they say.
First step's the hardest. A little adjustment for a lot of pow.
Okay. So we're not dead to them opening attacks here, and there's a doggo. So
what you seek.
Ignorant thrall.
Return anew.
So I'm gonna play Doggo to give them a chance to commit more to the board before we pack them in. They know that this is here, so they gotta be thinking about this when they sequence. Hey look, our dog drew a dog. Surprise! We got 10 mana here, so we can play 2 more Doggos out before we play pack. Yeah, definitely, Beansy. Zoeheimer's great. Haker, thank you for the 17 months. I really appreciate that. Welcome back.
Now there is new prey to stalk.
You hit him with the K-pop, chat. And remember, they need another elusive here, otherwise they die to the Great Beyond. Okay. It's a pretty good generation. We're just playing like Plagued Winds deck. This deck gets a lot of mileage out of the Thresh emote, chat. Lots of mileage out of the Thresh emote. I like this one. This one, Jeff. It's been really sweet. Alright, so they are also a Zoe deck. I think this deck might actually be the deck I have played in Runeterra that, like, cares the least about the champions that it's playing. Like, we have champions and they kind of do things, but they're not, like, what the deck is about. Like, Zoe and Diana have been fine, but I wouldn't really call this, like, a Zoe deck or a Diana deck, if that makes sense. Tin Kookpa, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good afternoon. Alright, now you play your Zoe and I murder your Zoe. It's only fair. Danger Noodle? No Noodle. I guess we're just taking Charger. Yeah, I don't know that you really want Ace. Like, I don't feel like we have a lack of things to do with our mana. Yeah, I think Aesol is much too clunky for what this deck is doing. Like, all of these Invoke cards just are so much mana.
I bear a message from... Oh, hey, what's that?
Now, go harding here before we Scryer is technically some anti-synergy. Means we've got 6 Shadow Isles cards and 34 cards, but it is what it is.
That I am superior life form.
I don't think I'm okay with trading for this. I'm just gonna pass back here. I think I'd rather trade for the goat when they attack. Yeah, I could see a Belios slotting into here over Diana. At the very least, it's probably worth testing. The fact that he lets you play Golden Sisters on curve right after him is really good. That's the play.
In each stone and star.
Reed, did you not hear my message about playing on curve opponent? Why would you massacre my boy like that? I think I'm gonna take this to have an answer rolled up to Heimer here if they have it. This is turn 5, is the first opportunity to play that. Kill Zoe too down the line.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to attack there, actually. Do I save him or do I draw cards? Kind of into drawing cards. There's a good chance they can kill him from 1 next turn anyways.
I'm well.
Prime and ready. System upgrade.
Witness glory.
Can you improve perfection?
So a little bit of a hit here, but we've got both Golden Sisters and Star Shaping for next turn.
It was my heart that led me here.
Prime and ready.
Hello, it's me, your favorite Twilight Herald. Are you two still fighting?
She started it.
So we have Pale Cascade to protect her from a deal 1. We have Diana to kill this.
The sweet smell of silence.
What once was two now is one.
Somewhere I know she feels your presence.
I think I'd actually rather have actual Pale Cascade than second Diana. So I'm going to intentionally use Diana's Pale Cascade first here.
Ship time!
Face your heretic.
They're almost assuredly a 3 Hush deck, so we could see them hop in front of Zoe here, but I think that's fine. They could also be ambitious and try and Hush this in order to save their Heimer, but we have a second Pale Cascade to blow that out. Yeah, I agree, Benez. I also think I could probably play it at the other difficulty in like a few more sessions once I get a handle on the combat. But the combat's just so different in God of War from Witcher, which I spent my last 60 hours playing, that I need some time to get a feel for it.
Reconsider.
There.
Added to the bug list.
Adding it to the bug list. It's a feature. You dying was a feature. Heimerdinger. Mr. Hermedinger. I would prefer them not to open so I can get this down as a blocker. Well, that's terrifying. I technically, careful what you wish for. That's technically not them opening attacks. None of those are what I wanted for Christmas. Do I take a reroll or do I take the Golden Sister? I think I take the reroll, with my plan being Pale Cascade here, trade the front half of this.
We have no quarrel.
And then if this can roll us something cheap, we could maybe Skies next turn. Definitely the turn after.
Believe or burn.
Hang on to my Diana for now. Am I?
Ignorant thrall.
This levels her. I'm just gonna trigger her off.
Have faith.
The longer Runeterra stream on the menu today, quite possibly, if we keep a good viewer count. So do I start on this then? So if I play this, it goes to 11, and then if I hit a 1 or a 0, this goes to 9, and I can play it next turn. Okay, I'm gonna do this if we hit a 1 or a 0. We hit a 1 and a 0. Nice, nice.
Guides all travelers onward. They must not waver from the true path.
Just like we drew it up, chat. I love when a plan comes together. And even if they have Bastion for this, I don't have an elusive blocker, but I've got Gain 10 rolled up in hand, right? Goodbye, friends. Technically have a Gain 4 on board as well. I think I'm fine giving up the ability to play this next turn to push damage and gain some life here. I can do it. I ideally want to do this on my next turn anyways, after they deploy a bunch of stuff. Wow, why didn't they Ignition? What are they saving mana for? They must have a Pogger's Day, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
A fine spectrum of pyrotechnics. Rise, my creation.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Let's do the chump block again.
Back, heretic.
Draw a couple of cards. Okay.
Calm mind and open heart greet the night.
Is a 1-mana doggo.
My stars.
Yours is the light that guides all.
So this costs 11. This will make it cost 9. This will make it cost 7. We can Skies Descend this turn.
A sturdy construction.
No doubt he sees to dogs in the hereafter.
Have we still not missed on Scryer? We no, we missed one time. We missed one time on Scryer.
Launches at record for everything can use an upgrade.
Stories and coils encircling the world.
All right, if they have removal here, they need to kill a Celestial. Okay, they're going to 20. It was fine, Tibbs.
Unforeseen outcome.
Spilled paint is just accidental art.
I'm fine trading this. This could be wrong. We get to jump block with this and deploy a warrior. It says quick attack, so we can't trade with it in combat, but we're still plenty wide around them with how many times we've nuked their board. Goodbye, friends. Yeah, I feel like games like this are such a good example of why playing Asol over either of the champions this deck is already playing is a pretty big mistake. You just don't.
It's a pretty sparkle flag.
I mean, I think we're up on cards too, right? Like our hands are similarly full, and like at least 2 of our cards are great. This card's pretty good too.
Bags.
I'm gonna be a little greedy and draw proactively here.
Silver light.
Perfection.
Yeah, I think so, Flame. What? You're not supposed to be the one that plays board sweepers. I'm supposed to have all the board sweepers, opponent. This is bullshit. This is completely unfair and unreasonable, chat.
Paint your feelings.
BP and Fire, thanks for the follows. Welcome to the channel.
Safety disengaged.
Scryers have felt very reasonable. I've been happy with Scryers. One thing to consider, I'll go hard is technically anti-synergy with Scryer. Messenger Sigil is synergistic with it. So you get kind of both ways basically.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way. The moon is our queen. The night, her kingdom.
Insert the is this how we've made them feel? Am I the baddies moment?
Unforgiving as moonlight.
Am I the baddie?
Can you improve perfection?
Our light grows bright.
We did, Vecarax.
No. Believe or burn.
I think at this point with Dub's Sigil, I'm gonna go ahead and Sigil once because I wouldn't mind drawing a bunch of good boys. They're at 3 with no board left, so drawing a bunch of puppers sounds good. I still have another one to enable Nightfall should we need it. I was gonna lose that mana anyways. Well, this isn't killing me, and this probably kills them next turn. I think it's probably just our own destroyer, right? I can't play this right now anyways. How many Celestials we played? Casual 8.
That's new.
I'm not dead yet. It's been a good game. Nice. Nice. Yeah, some haymakers at the end there, but we had plenty of tools to kind of cut through their stuff. I liked the core idea. I liked the core idea of this deck a lot. It felt like it was sweet. The Messenger Sigil alongside Sky's Descent basically worked out in practice, just as it felt like it was going to work out in theory. Messenger Sigil also has really nice synergy in order to enable Nightfall for things like our Priestess and our Diana. Scryer, the one time that it missed, was still very reasonable at making the rest of our Celestial cards cheaper to make Sky's Descent even better. Like I mentioned during the set, the one thing that really stuck out to me in this deck is I wasn't super married to either of the champions in this deck. Well, obviously Zoe has nice Celestial synergy, so I don't think you'd cut her. I think Diana's pretty replacement level, all things considered. I think when someone mentioned Fellows in chat, I think that could be a very reasonable inclusion over Diana at a minimum. He's probably worth trying. The one thing that makes me a little bit hesitant about a Fellows is, I guess we don't have that many threes. I was gonna say we have 6 threes, but we have a lot of 2s. So yeah, that's probably worth trying. Is flipping Diana into a Fellows when he drops in the expansion next week. So we have 8 days until the Fellows expansion drops. We'll get patch notes a week from today. Yeah, exactly. Like, a lot of the Allegiance cards are pretty mediocre when they miss, and this one, it felt like we were taking advantage of your Celestial cards are cheaper line of text fairly well, so even on missing, this felt super reasonable. And then as a final comment for people that haven't seen it, one thing I would recommend not doing in this deck is I would recommend not playing a Soul. Between the Scryer and the Priestesses and Star Shaping, even Sky's Descent, this deck has more than enough beef at the top end, and I would not recommend playing another expensive card. And these do enough of... The curve in this deck is deceptively low, because basically all of our 3, 4s, and 5s give you lots more stuff to do with your mana.